All right, cheers. It is accelerator morning. It is 10 a.m. It is 11 a.m. It is whatever time you are watching this at your house right now. Today, we are experimenting with the new accelerator energy drink, cotton candy, sustain energy, accelerates metabolism, and enhances focus. So here we go. Cheers.
Good morning, people.
Good morning. This is an energy drink that was gifted to me. And obviously, it looks like it came from Dollar Tree. So if we're seizing in the middle of the show, at least I'm doing it with Ghosty, man. Cheers. My friend. Okay. It definitely tastes like cotton candy.
That's not bad.
Fair review here. I think I could get down with the get down. How do these things have zero sugar, zero carbs, zero artificial flavors, and zero chemical preservatives? Like how?
I don't know. Then they still be tasting like extremely sweet.
Extremely manufactured, extremely not like pure at all. And it's just like I don't understand it. Ghosty, I know you're into fitness. You know, you're big into fitness. Are you a big energy drink guy, pre-workout guy, anything like that?
I'm really big in the pre-workout.
Mm-hmm.
I use it a lot. I feel like I can't recommend taking large amounts of caffeine because it's technically dangerous, but that's what I do. But if we're talking like energy drinks, what I would consider energy drinks, I consider Ghost an energy drink and like Rockstar. Those are probably my two favorite right there. Because the Ghost, I know that they're more like a natural drink. Looked on the back, there's a bunch of ingredients that I can actually read on there.
Yeah, that you're familiar with. Yeah, let's see what some of these ingredients are, man. Like some of them are
looking at them.
Carbonated filter, citric acid, potassium sulfate. That's an electrolyte. Magnesium lactate. I don't know. You know, it's like some of this stuff. It's like, how does this work? I think it's pretty interesting that sea salt and stuff like that helps retain. What's the word I'm looking for?
Helps with water retention.
Exactly, water retention.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty unique, but also it's a double-edged sword. It's also could
dehydrate you too. That was
body.
something I was looking into right around this time I started lifting. Because I was trying to avoid the pre-workouts at first. And a lot of people were like, oh, use Himalayan salt.
Okay.
Honey, this, that. You can make a natural pre-workout. I was doing it at first, and you could really tell, like, if you keep your water levels up and you stay hydrated, it'll give you a crazy pump. You also got to eat a lot of salt.
Yeah.
I'm not too big on that part.
I respect that. I respect that completely. The other day, it was 2 days ago, I usually like an Alani. Okay, I was extremely tired. I just got back in the gym. Okay, we getting right. We've been doing physical therapy for the ankle here. We're getting right, man. I won't be able to do cardio, but I want to throw some weights around, and so that's what we're gonna do, man. My pecs are not looking like pecs; they're looking like titties. And that's a fact. And so, I was at the gym and I wanted an Alani. I didn't have an Alani. So I asked the woman, I said, do you have anything else like a pre-workout? Bro, I was drained. I was exhausted, but I'm like, I'm here. I got to get it done. So they recommended something called Total War. Have you ever had something called Total War?
I haven't had Total War, but I have had some crazy stuff.
Bro, the amount of caffeine in this guy, bro. The amount of caffeine. So I drank it, right? And my lips were tingling.
Yo. I think that's the chemical that does that is the beta-alanine. I'm pretty sure gives you like that cactus feeling.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was like this dark matter stuff I took. The scoop was so little too. It had to have been the size of like a nickel. And I just like
dry scoop?
I'm picking, just picking up I was deadlifting and I'd grab the bar and it felt like I was squeezing two cactuses. But that tiny little scoop had 500 milligrams of caffeine. So 2 scoops, that's a gram of caffeine.
That's a lot of caffeine, bro.
Yeah, no, that's like heart attack level.
It's a little bit concerning when things start to tingle, you know? It's like your fingers start to tingle, your whole nervous system starts to tingle, and you're like, damn, now I got to figure out how to get all this energy out because like it's pretty intense. So I experimented with Total War. It's a pretty good drink, but I think I need to dilute it with a lot of water next time I do it if I need it. But like I said, an Alani has an immense amount of caffeine in it as well. I think there was one day I had a Red Bull and an Alani, and I literally felt my neck seize, like just I'm not even joking, bro. I was terrified. I thought I was dying. Like my heart was racing. I'm like, am I dying? Am I having a heart attack right now? Is this over? Is this it? And it was at a race. It was at Mikey's races and stuff. It was terrifying, bro. It was one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had. And then I was like, I got to be cautious with the Alani, but that was my first one. Yeah. After that, I've kind of been all right with it. It hasn't really affected me much. So that's energy drinks. And we just got into that because of this drink here. But the main premise that I wanted to speak to you about to open up this show is, do you remember when Disney movies used to mean something?
Yeah, I was actually thinking this literally yesterday because this conversation comes up a lot with like stuff having meaning behind it. I feel like songs back in the day, you look at the lyricisms, there was a lot more meaning. Disney movies always had a premise behind it on either becoming a good person, standing up for yourself, standing for what you believe in, all that sort of stuff. I kind of feel like they're just throwing whatever they want to the mix now.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten away from like the codes and the morals and really having a hidden story in the movie itself. Like some prime examples, you know, the movie Up. The movie Up is one of the best movies that you've ever seen from Disney.
Awesome, yeah.
You know, Ellie, I think the woman's name was, you know, she's like, her adventure was with the guy. Like that was her adventure. And that's like, and then him realizing like that was her adventure for him was like a big moment in the movie. Early on in the movie, heartfelt, oh man, that movie makes you cry in the first 10 minutes. It's unbelievable how they do that. It hits you so hard. It goes from like, and I think what's important from that scene is the takeaway of how fast time actually goes, you know? Like, let's talk about it, bro. We're almost at the end of March. Just a couple months ago, we were opening presents.
Yo, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, man. Time flies. In addition to that, there was The Fox and the Hound. You remember The Fox and the Hound? You remember that movie? Brother, man, I saw the craziest edit for that movie, man.
Yeah.
Do you see?
You seen that too the other day?
I posted it on my story, bro, because I was like, yo, this is too good to, like, pass up. Like,
yo.
What was it? The Hound will never hurt me.
He won't chase me down. That old dog can never get me.
Man, Chief, I'm not worried about man. Oh man, I never seen The Fox and the Hound, guys. I can't recall the time of seeing that movie, but that edit made me want to like, wow, like I don't even need to watch the movie because I already know how it plays out because of that edit. But like, wow, I was like, that is a 5-star Disney movie, man.
Yo, facts.
Disney movies used to mean something. We got to bring this back. Make Disney great again, okay? That's what we're saying.
You know what else we need to bring back? Cartoon Network. I don't mean to get into it, but like Paramount started like a big monopoly.
Let's get into
it. Paramount has created a massive monopoly. There is a huge monopoly going on in the entertainment industry right now. It's actually insane. I was looking into it. It's like two different businesses own everything. And like we don't have Cartoon Network anymore. We don't have Adult Swim. We don't have Boomerang.
Wait, Adult Swim is rested in peace too?
No, I don't think so.
I think Adult Swim is still operating.
They're still cooking. Yeah. Shout out them.
Rick and Morty.
Like
shout out Rick and Morty.
Like these kids, I was walking around the other day, I asked this kid, I'm like, you know what Scooby-Doo is? He's like, Scooby-Doo? I'm like,
yeah.
And then the little fruit snacks at a Scooby-Doo with the blue ones?
Yes.
Bro, nobody remembers.
Prime time.
I'm like, yo, we need to bring this stuff back. Kids don't have cartoons to watch in the morning before they go to school no more. They're sitting there watching an iPad, man.
I think one of the most underrated, there's a handful of Cartoon Network shows that are really underrated. The Grim Reaper, right? The Magical Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Billy and Mandy.
I think that's what it was called or something. Like, and then Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends is top tier Cartoon Network without a doubt. Cheese, right? I like chocolate milk. That guy, you guys remember that guy? If you don't, we're going to put an overlay so you can see that guy. And Cartoon Network had one of the best gaming websites that there was, in my opinion, bro.
I remember going on there as a kid, going and playing the games with my brother. Like there was like this one Ben 10 one I would play. You had to run around the lake and shoot the alien. I was like, yo, where is this stuff nowadays? Is that still a thing?
I used to want that watch.
Yo,
the watch.
What's it called? The Omnitrix?
I think that's what it was called. Teen Titan was pretty.
The original Teen Titans before they made Teen Titans Go. That was a good show. Like I was like, whoa. I look back on some of these shows. I'm like, these are children's shows. Like, yo, they're Adventure Time.
Oh, Adventure Time was like, that's one of those
regular
shows.
Show.
Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Oh.
Those are those shows that like the hidden adult messages are like so just like as you see them now, you're like, wow,
how did I
like
overlook that?
Exactly. Like they were really telling me about life and so on and so forth. So it's pretty incredible, man. But I enjoyed this conversation that we're having, but we do have a podcast to tend to. So like, let's get into it, bro. We're here for episode 159 of the Middleman Podcast, featuring the man, the myth, the legend, the ghosty, SMG Ghosty. Welcome to the show, bro. Thanks for being here.
Of course, man.
As we just had one heck of a conversation about cartoons and energy drinks. You are a guy who's just full of energy, full of light. A lot of people know you. I have here in my notes that because bodybuilder, pit sensation, okay, food competitionist, music and vocalist. So I'm like, you do all these things, man. You show a lot of love. You got a lot of love to give. You're very vocal about your opinions, which I respect. You don't shy away about how you feel about certain topics, about certain things, whether they're right or wrong. You will voice your opinion, especially if they're wrong. So, much love to you, much respect to you, bro. I've known you for maybe like a year and a half now.
Yeah, about then. Because I came around to the first atmosphere. I think I met you around then.
Yeah, I was an a-hole, respectfully.
It was okay. You're just doing your job. And then the second time I came around, we really got to chopping it up. And then you came to that benefit show I put together for Cameron Titley.
Yeah, the Metal Monday, correct? Mm-hmm. Metal Monday. And
Metal Monday was at Moon Tavern with Coppermine.
Okay, wait. So what show? It was at the V Spot, correct?
With Dron and Kelly.
However, I caught your set at the end. Like I just made it, okay? And I was like, damn, because I had an event. We had an event prior the night before, and you were telling me about the event. And so I showed up and I checked it out at the V Spot. And yeah, no,
that was a crazy weekend.
You do a lot of benefits. You do a lot of shows. And like I said, you have this very heavy metal background to you. Your vocals are insane. They're nuts.
Thank you.
I don't know how you do it. Because I'm over here just trying to clear my throat and I just can't even it's insane, So, but yeah, I met you at that show, closing the show. And then the next show that I was able to fully attend where I got to see your entire performance. Excuse me, the energy drinks got me all messed up.
I feel that.
Yeah. Was at the Moon Tavern for Metal Monday, which was my first ever like true metal experience. I was sitting in the corner because I just saw the pit getting insane, dog. I was like, this is wild. Like, you got to be careful. You could get real punched in this, what's going on in here. But yeah, no, you were there. You were performing. And who were you performing with? I know it was one of your homies. Was it
his name is Kai Paget, but he goes by Really Shy on Instagram.
Really Shy, yep.
He's an artist that's going to be coming up at some point. That's somebody, bro. He's one of the most musically talented people I know, and like I haven't talked to him in a little bit, but like when I was talking to him, I kept pushing him like keep doing music, dude. Like. He's got that, that like post-hardcore, like Pierce the Veil, Dance Gavin Dance, Sleeping with Sirens. He could do all of that. He kills it.
You guys did I think it was like Through the Glass, right?
Through the Glass by Stone Sour, yep.
What a great song. I'm looking at you, Through the Glass. Yeah, that's all we can say because we don't want to get copyrighted. But no, you guys were both up there. You guys were harmonized. You guys were doing your thing, man. And it was a really cool experience to see. But my big question for you, because you're so tapped into so many different music scenes, music genres, you have a taste for a wide variety of music, hip hop, EDM, metal, just pop rock, What was one of the first genres that you really indulged in listening that really caught your attention in music?
Ooh, so like I like straight up right out the womb was like put onto like metal and like some stuff like Red Hot Chili Peppers by like my mom and stuff. Like my brother around the time Skrillex really started to pop off in the 2000s. Me and him were listening to like Skrillex, Deadmau5. I started to grow up a little bit. I got onto YouTube on like around like 2014 on a 3DS with some $5 Target headphones. Bro, I tell so many people this. and I was listening to Yeah, I'm Cleaner Now by Odd Enough the Snow Leopard, who's Ruby the Cherry from Suicide Boys. Yo, that's what piqued my interest in the rap. My parents are what piqued my interest in the metal. And then my brother, who's like, he's got me into all that weirder stuff like the EDM, got stuff like Death Grips, Machine Girl. Shout out him. He put me onto some unique stuff. And it's the concepts behind that stuff that inspire me to be as widespread and creative as I am.
I'm sorry, say that again. It's the what? It's the concepts?
The concept.
Like concept. Gotcha.
Like, if you look at Death Grips, you turn it on, you're like, man, what is this? Go take a minute, listen to a Death Grips album. It's like, oof.
Death Grips. Describe Death Grips. Are they
experimental all over the place?
Michael, do you know them, Michael? You know the group? Oh, he knows the group.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But they're like, if you look behind it, you'd be like, man, this man's just screaming.
Yeah.
A bunch of random stuff. And then you're looking at the lyrics. He's like, wait, he's kind of like
dropping bars.
He's kind of dropping bars. Yeah. Like there's an art behind this chaos. And like, once I started like figuring out how to look beyond things and like look at like the true like inner meaning of everything, like that's what inspired me to start.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't even know where to I don't even know where to go after that.
I like that. I think that's pretty cool how you were able to just like, look past everything, look deeper into music and look deeper in the meaning of what they're trying to get across in the music. So that's important, you're there analyzing, you talked about mindset, philosophy, that piqued your interest, and you were like, okay, cool. This is, although it sounds like disoriented or disgruntled or whatever the case may be, like under all this disarray, wow, what, how about that? It's like you were able to find the beauty of it in it. So then you started to create music for yourself, correct? Around what age were you starting to experiment with creating music, and what genre did you start on?
Ooh, so my mom had like put me into like playing guitar.
Nice.
And like she would like show me music and stuff all the time, but I got into band in school. But that was just me playing an instrument, That wasn't really me really making music. It was me playing somebody else's music. So,
are we talking like choir band, or are we talking like a band of four, and you guys were able to like
marching band in school?
Okay,
yeah, I was playing the trombone, and then I hopped on the drums for a little bit, and from there, I think I was like 14, like 16 years old. I was doing vocals, and I got really tapped in at that point. It all started with Rings of Saturn. They had an album. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because they're like a weird deathcore space band. It's like a bunch of letters.
Yeah, manipulated stuff like that.
Yeah. Some name of a planet or something. But the song Senseless Massacre, I'd just sit there and I practiced that for a while. And then next thing you know, 2020, I started rapping, went back to metal. I went into found hardcore at like 2021. And I've just been going crazy since then.
Yeah, in the hardcore world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've just been like, I thought I knew like what was up with it. Yeah. And then I started going to like New York. Shout out to 607 and like Binghamton, Syracuse, New York. Those guys are a whole different league of hardcore.
Elaborate on that. What do you mean by that? Because I mean, like Scranton, this whole area is like it's prominent on rock. They love rock. Are you willing? Can you maybe give me a little bit of insight about the Scranton rock scene? Do you think they're more hardcore metal or classic rock? What type of rock do you think really thrives in this area? Because I know you go to all these events, bro. I know you're in the room for this, that, and the third. Which one seems to draw in the most attraction for people? Be honest. It's okay.
Probably like post hardcore or like I don't know what the genre it is, but some of the bands that I could see that have been pulling in like the most traction: No Fight, No Victory, Drowning Kelly, Traverse the Abyss, and they all kind of hit like different genres. You got like a groovy beatdown band with No Fight. Drowning Kelly is hitting multiple different.
I love Drowning Kelly's aesthetic, how they perform and everything. They're dope.
I was just talking to him outside the V spot the other night. He's a very, very intelligent person. They're just very wide talented. They could hit basically every genre in a song and it would work. Mm-hmm. Traverse the Abyss, they got like this very like piratey Lamb of God. I don't know what genre Lamb of God would be, but like whatever genre that is, that's exactly where they would fall into. Like a very piratey, like.
Yeah. And the best part is I'm familiar with all three of these bands, like every single one of them. You know, I've seen No Fight, No Victory. I've seen Drowning Kelly. I don't think I've seen Traverse to the Abyss, but I'm familiar with the name because they're out here. They're making noise. You know, they're making noise. So, and they're
about to go to Japan.
And they're constantly on bills and on shows and going to Japan. That's pretty insane, man. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
So,
man, that's one of my dream spots.
So, you know, you started making music for yourself. Now, I saw in your bio, it says, frontman for 570 Crowd Kill. Is that still something that you are still part of?
I am trying to put 570 Crowd Kill together. It's been in the works. There was a point in time where there was members to it, but everybody was kind of just on their own pages at that time, so it flopped. But
so what is 570 Crowd Kill? Is that something that you started?
So after the band kind of flopped that I was trying to put together, I was like, all right, I'll use 570 Crowd Kill as a solo project, and I'll collaborate with other artists. But I've been in the talks with some people lately about getting a slam band together, a dual vocalist slam band with maybe some members of All in Blood and some members that used to be in Eternal Laceration or Pages on Turns. Yeah.
What's a slam band? Is a slam band just bands coming together? I'm unfamiliar with the terminology, so please, this is why you're here to educate me, brother.
A slam band is like if you took like the complicated stuff out of the metal,
okay,
and you just made it like really angry, like
okay,
like I love lyricism, but I kind of just wanted some caveman music. You know what I'm saying? Some fight music.
Yeah.
So you just hit him a stuff like that. Like, ugh.
How did that sound in the headphone, Michael? Sounded crazy, right? That was crazy, dude. Oh my gosh.
But that's an inhale scream. And a lot of the bands like that you could go listen to right now that are popular, Snuffed On Sight and like Peeling Flesh. Those are like two really good examples. And then for the hardcore style, I don't even know what I would sound like. I just sound angry. I could kind of do different angry noises. Ooh.
So, do you have like songs that you've composed?
I have. I made a song, Swing on Me. I wasn't the fondest of it. I've had a few songs. I made a BJTFU. I made that in the basement with 2 iPhones and a speaker. It's on YouTube. Please don't listen to it. I can't get it down.
Why can't you get it down? You got locked out of the account?
I used the old Gmail on a United Masters account.
Got it.
And it's just stuck there. I can't get back into any of it.
All right, so we're going to find a video. We're going to do you a favor. We're going to report it.
Yes. That's not me. That's an imposter.
I need everyone to report that video. It's violating the community guidelines. Okay.
It is.
We'll be able to get it down. That'd be funny. Okay. So you made that song, and more to that. You have a lot more that you've put out.
I haven't put too much out, but I've been recording. I've been trying to make music and I've just been starting to make the connections now recently.
Yeah.
And I finally felt like I could spit good enough raps. So I wrote 2 and I got another one on the way to make it with my best friend. He's not a rapper. I'm not really a rapper.
But I am.
He is. But you know, we're doing it. It's something we were doing since we were like 15, 16. We're just like spitting bars for fun. We love stuff. I love like Young Lean. He listens to a lot of Smoke Dope, so we're like mixing the vibes together.
So you have 2 hip hop songs that are done, recorded, or
I got a hip hop song that's fully written right now. I just need to go hit a studio for it. It's kind of on like a Wiz Khalifa type vibe.
Cool.
Because Wiz Khalifa, I seen him on a podcast the one day and he was saying, people don't make music to smoke to no more. People just make a bunch of violent music. And I sat there the one day and I was rapping about, and I'm like, this ain't me. I'm not spinning no block. I'm not an angry, aggressive person. I like to chill and relax. Mm-hmm. You won't catch me outside hooting and hollering. You can't go to Japan if you're a violent criminal. I want to go to Japan. So I'm going to stay here chilling. I'll catch you. Ops can't catch you in places they can't afford.
Okay. I got you. I'm trying to pick up what you put down. Like airplanes.
Airplanes. The opposition is not on airplanes.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So that's why I got that Wiz Khalifa type vibe going on. Like big inspiration on that is the song.
What is? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Roasted by Currency.
Okay, I know Currency, but I don't know the song. What inspires you? What do you get out of creating music? You create music for so many different genres. What keeps you going? What makes you like? Because it's like you do it because you love it, right? Like,
yeah.
If you're just dabbling in different genres, like let's say you're dabbling in a hip hop, but me personally, from outside looking in, I think your genres definitely within the metal scene, the hardcore scene.
100%.
That's where you're gonna thrive. That's where
my heart's at.
That's where your heart's at. But you still have enough courage and insight and love for music to just go out there and create a hip hop song, knowing that you may not be a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
You still want to do it. So why do you do it?
A lot of it just inspired from like being younger and like sitting there, having a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't do this, that." Having teachers say, "Oh, you're not gonna become nothing." And then like I have my homie. It was like the one day he was like, "Oh, you ain't never gonna get on the stage." And I was like, "Bet, you'll watch me."
Is that guy still your homie?
He's not around anymore.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. He never got to see me on stage. So now it's like I keep pushing for that. But I also do this stuff because I love it. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you're not gonna make no money making music." I don't care if I make money making music. I'm gonna open plenty other different business ideas. I'm a very well-rounded person, but music, I do that because I love it. So like EDM, growing up with EDM and rock, and then listening to rap with my homies, sitting there freestyling with my homies, like it's just doing everything I love to do. And then I feel like along with making that music and putting myself in these places, I meet so many other people like me. We're in a small town like Carbondale. I felt so alone. There was no other people like me until I started coming out to the scene. I'm like, whoa, people are like, "You're dope." And I'm not in school anymore. People are like, you listen to Slipknot, dude? Like, who hasn't heard Slipknot, dude?
Everyone knows Slipknot. I want to take away from that real quick because like, you were just talking about how like in Carbondale, there wasn't really your crowd, your people out there. And, you really submerge yourself in this scene. And it seems like everyone really knows you, like you're a rock star. People know you, you usually got a crazy set of glasses on, and your hair is always changing and you're a notable figure. Like people know you. As a matter of fact, Ethan, Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
Him and I had a conversation and he had stated that you're a great subject to take a photo of because it's like, it's you. Like people know it's you just because of how you maneuver and how you just carry yourself. So like getting into the scene, how long ago did you start getting into this scene? Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Like where were you, Ghosty? Like, because I feel like you just emerged and you're submerged in it and people adore you, people support you, you support the people. And that's a credit to you and your character, because it shows a lot and people really do attract themselves to you because of how genuine you are. So, where were you, bro? Like, what brought you out of the scene? What was like, I got to get out there and do it?
Well, the first person to bring me out into his scene was my homie, Alex. Shout out him.
Shout out, Alex.
He threw the show at the Keystone Stage.
Yes.
All the way back in like 2022.
Back in the day.
That was my first hardcore show. And that day he asked me, "You want to become a hardcore vocalist?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I want to do that." I just did a flip off the stage. Yeah, I want to do that. And then 2024, the Apocalypse Fest was happening in somebody I was talking to bought the wrong ticket to the day we were supposed to go together. So I bought that ticket. I went both days. Met this one homie. I'm not associated with him anymore. Me and him started popping out to the Ritz. 2 shows at the Ritz, people started knowing who I was. The Ritz had to make mosh pit signs because of me. And then
so that I was gonna ask, that's how people started to recognize you, is because you're, like I said, he's I
was putting in work in.
A pit sensation, you know?
Pit sensation. You know, that's I remember the V-Spot calling me for the benefit show, and they were like, hey, we remember this event. You're pretty notorious here for the mosh. And I was like, yeah. They're like, you just keep down a notch at the next show. I'm like,
really? Yeah. Oh my gosh, no way.
Yeah, it's okay though, because like I understand it. I was in there the other night. The few of us were getting thrown down a little bit. Drinks were getting broken.
Yeah,
it happens. Not every venue's for that. You got to have a time and a place.
Of course.
V-Spot gets hectic every once in a while.
Yeah, we love the V-Spot. We love the V-Spot. We love
that's like home base.
Yeah, it really is one. It's such a melting pot. That's why I love the V-Spot.
Yo, facts. And I have not heard of another wing place that has blueberry barbecue hot wings. Amazing. Also, Waldo's wings, amazing.
Yeah, there's a place in Tobyhanna called Wings and a Prayer. If you've never been on 940, Wings and a Prayer, check them out. It's immaculate flavors. The guy's changing it up every single time. But however, we do love the V-Spot. Haven't been to Waldo's, but I hear their wings are like 25 cents a wing or something like that.
Yo, sometimes me and my homie Connor actually bought 100 wings from there and sat there and ate all of them.
Nice, yeah.
How'd you feel? Eating competition? we should have chose 2 different sauces, is all I'm gonna say.
Gotcha.
The Jerry Bruno sauce, the Danger sauce.
Are those hot sauces?
Peak.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. So you're moshing, you know, people are starting to recognize you for moshing. Okay. Like, and they're seeing your energy, you're getting lit, you're having a great time. And there's something that I'm unfamiliar. I've never been in a mosh. I've seen the mosh happen. I've never been in a mosh. Don't think I would ever like to be in a mosh. However, if I were to one day want to be in a mosh, what do I need to know about moshing? What is mosh etiquette?
Mosh etiquette. Okay, this is actually a very important topic that needs to be talked about in our scene. Because like I just said, the V-Spot, there's times and places for things. And I don't know if you've seen the videos of me at that Binghamton show where I was at the Crowbar.
607.
The 607.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I was jumping off
You're jumping off. You're always jumping.
you can't do that stuff here.
Okay.
But there's like everybody who's moshing, if you're not involved and you're on the wall, most of us will try to not hit you. If we accidentally are swinging, I'll slow, I'm going for a kick like this, I'll make sure my leg slows down way before it hits you. I'll make sure you're all right. But
dude, you do a spinning back roundhouse kick. Like it's crazy.
Sometimes there's some casualties in there, but that's at the harder shows. You're going to a circle pit. Everybody's jumping up and pushing each other. It's a fun time. Nobody's really getting hurt. You go to
circle pit is just helicopter around.
Yeah, yep.
Got it.
Lamb of God style. They just go running in a circle. Push pit. They got walls of death. They do. But if we're talking hardcore mosh etiquette, you just gotta practice the moves. You just gotta know rhythm. If you could find rhythm, you could do all of it. Like a 2-step. It's so hard to explain it, but
I mean, I've seen you mosh, dude, and I'm worried for you to hyperextend something, bro. Like you're throwing your limbs at 1,000 miles an hour, and you're windmilling your arm. We were talking about stretching with physical therapy in your shoulder and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I can see you popping your arm out of your socket with a windmill of some sort that you do, bro. It's insane.
Sometimes I really do. When I'm doing some of the kicks, the inner part of my leg just gets caught.
Ooh.
You need to really get the stretches in before you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's style to it. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is some people would just look at it like, oh, this is just flailing.
Yeah.
No, these all have a name to it.
Got it.
They've been doing this since the 90s. A lot of people are like, oh, back in my day, they weren't doing it. Yes, they were. You just weren't there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, moshing.
I love all styles of moshing. But a lot of the people, they have a tendency to fight. Like the push pit people and the hardcore scene, they don't like each other. And I'm like, you get along. Like I said, there's times and places. You go to a hardcore show, you throw down. You go to a metal festival. Like what's that one in Ohio? Is it? I should know this. I'm a metalhead.
Yeah, you would know it, not me. Incarcerated?
Incarceration Fest?
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me. I'm bad at spelling. That place, like, you're going to see a lot of circle pits. Like, you go see Slaughter to Prevail. There's going to be like a wall of death. Two sides going to split. They're going to come collide.
That's insane.
That
seems like the funnest one. I mean, like, when you do a wall of death, like, what is the goal of that experience?
Survive.
Okay. Survive. So people literally just like, football in hand, run down, truck you in the shoulder, something like that. Is that kind of how it operates?
Yeah, and it's like whatever side. It's like tug of war.
Okay.
But like a push battle.
Huh.
It's whatever, but sometimes neither side goes forward and it just ends up as a massive dog pile.
Oh my God.
But that's also kind of fun.
Wow.
Just don't end up at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's where you don't want to be.
I just seen a video last night of some dude crisscross applesauce in the middle of one. I'm like, he just went like this.
Oh my, yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like it's scary, You gotta be careful. You gotta be able to get back up and you gotta be able to stay on your feet. Like,
you got big old stinky 6'4" Vikings in there.
Yeah, going ham, throwing windmills and whatever the case may be, man. So it's insane, I've never been in one, nor do I think I would be attracted to be in one because I'm afraid to get clipped. Now, as people get clipped, it's just kind of like, my bad. And you move on. That's kind of what it is. Isn't that crazy? Is that?
Yeah, I find it crazy because I mean, I'm the same way though. Cause like I got my homie kicked me in the face and there's like a whole scar on the inside of my disc from the other day. And like that kind of got me. And I was just like, oh, we cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like what happens a lot of the time is kind of like, it's like a weird, like psychological effect where you get hit in the pit and you kind of realize like, get hit don't really hurt that bad. Like getting hurt really don't hurt.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a minute. Like you just start to get comfortable. You just getting swung at you. I think it was Khalil Roundhouse Jr. I think he just fought John Jones not too long ago, but he said the way he prepared to get into the UFC ring was going in the hardcore pits.
Huh.
He performed a hardcore show with his homie's band. A little like side note. Sidebar.
Yeah. That's insane, bro. I mean, for me, like, all right, so you've been clipped a couple times,
Oh, yeah.
You've also done some clipping.
I've done a lot of clipping.
What was one of the worst clipping experiences that you have given to someone? Because I'm intrigued.
This was probably the other day. And shout out this dude. He's a trooper. He's the homie. But I was at that Crowbar show at the Crowbar Arcade. And I think it was either on Withered set. Yeah. It was on Withered set. Shout out them. They're the homies. I was doing a backwards windmill like that. And I cracked this one dude in his face, right in the nose. Me, Dale, and Sage from Detour, we seen him body drop. And we're like, oh shit. We like pick him up from the bar, put him on there. He like passed out like this. He picks up his hands.
Oh my gosh.
Gushed. I'm like, oh boy.
Ouch.
But yeah, that was probably the worst. But we took him outside. He got a breather of air right back in there.
Wow.
Champion.
Insane, man.
Champion. Then he was at a show the next week.
Just a different lifestyle, man. It's such a after these pits, do you feel more energized, or did you feel like you got out some rage that may have been pent up? What is the relief when you leave these shows? How do you feel?
You feel alive. You feel connected with the community. You feel like there's like there's a beauty behind it. The fact that you could create a dance to violence, technically.
Yeah.
That you could create something that makes people smile through anger. That's a big thing. And a lot of these people, they talk about the more serious situations in the world. Like they're the one sitting there trying to help out. Yo, I was at a Binghamton show and there was ICE down at the Weiss markets harassing people. That was the first thing, the incident, boom, work. Like, yo, everyone be careful outside. These people are down at the Weiss markets. Mm-hmm. It's like, yo, they're really out here, community looking out. Like, there's been times people have come my way and people have been like, yo, like, I've had like few people stand up for me in my life. It's really just been me like thugging it out. Like when I got in the scene, it's the first time people have been like, yo, like, no, don't mess with my guy. This dude's lit. What's wrong with you? Mm-hmm. He ain't do nothing to you.
Can I ask you this? Do you think the scene, the metal scene, the hardcore scene, do you think they experience a form of discrimination?
The hardcore scene face discrimination?
Maybe that's not the word to use, but maybe like, do you understand what I'm saying? That might not be the word to use. Yeah, I don't want to
I could understand where you're coming from like that. Like a technical sense of being misunderstood.
There it is. Thank you.
Yeah. I could definitely say that because it's been like that forever. A lot of like what society considers like normal standards is what we oppose because we're really looking to build a community that's not based off the
social norms of society.
Yeah, what's going on today. Like, no, sometimes I don't want to wear blue jeans in a button-up tee. Sometimes I want to wear
ripped jeans, skater shoes,
and in a band tee, man. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes I want to dye my hair black and scream, dude. It's like, that's not normal to people. So, but everybody's unique. And I feel like what's so good about the metal scene is that it really allows people to try and be themselves. Mm-hmm. That's something I encourage so heavily. And don't let anybody bully you about anything that you do. Like, always try to be yourself. You'll have the most richest people in the world, the most drippiest people in the world tell you that same thing. And honestly, once you start being yourself and you stop caring what other people think, you're going to be so much happier. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes, like, I'm going out, like I said, I don't fit in Carbondale. I'll put on something like this. I'll walk through town. There's not a single person like me. I got people crossing the road when they see me. They're too scared. I'm like, yo, like.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah. They like, look at you and they're like, yeah, that guy's but you start talking to him and you realize,
and then people find out you're a nice person. It's like, oh, like, so always be yourself. Cause like the more you sit there and you just be yourself and the more that you just show these people, hey, like, we're not bad people.
Yeah.
That's like, we've raised thousands of dollars. I know, I'm not even saying me, I'm not taking credit for nothing here, but like our scene has raised thousands and thousands of dollars for multiple different things, food drives, for people we know getting surgeries, people out of work getting sick, people dying and covering funeral costs. Like, I don't see where's Taylor Swift? Where's Taylor Swift support in our local community or you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying entirely. Like a prime example is the Mosh for Tots. Let's talk about Mosh for Tots. That was a 3-day endeavor at the Moon Tavern. There's a funny video of you online with a friend showing how you prepare for the mosh pits, stretching and things of that nature, man. So talk to me about Mosh for Tots. Mosh for Tots. That's one of the most prominent events that has happened, in my opinion, when it comes to just donations, and that was a 3-day endeavor at the Moon Tavern. So tell me about that.
I remember walking into the door and every single day there was like 2 rows of boxes just filled with toys.
Awesome.
There's like, I think like around 300 people, 200 people came in each day. So they raised a bunch of money. They got all those boxes of toys. All that went to families and kids that don't get to have toys in the winter. Mm-hmm. Shout out Moon Tavern. That's probably one of the best events that's around. That brings the whole entire community together, and it's one of the only places that's all ages around here.
Agreed. Yeah.
That is something I feel like this community needs a lot more of, is all ages stuff. Like I could say from living in Carbondale, there's nothing to do from Carbondale all the way up until you get into like Scranton.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Other than look at data centers.
You got,
DS. I can't wait to eat AI. I'll tell you, man, that steak is going to taste great.
Yeah,
it's horrible. This deforestation right now is absolutely unbearable. It's disgusting. It really is.
I went to drive to the bookstore with a homie the other day, and we drove past it, and he's like, "Did you see this yet?" And I was like, "No, I haven't been up here in months." And I look, and I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, thanks so and so. I'm not gonna name their names because like you could do your research. Go do your research. This stuff is not okay." Like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did not support that. Like, there just nobody here said it was okay to do that. You sold a big company sold it, right? But the community around that big part of property did not say okay to that. And you got all of this wildlife that's now running into the roads. You got car accidents that are happening because animals don't have a place to live. They're trying to find a new place to live. There's dead bodies all over the side of the road. I don't mean to mention something like that, but like serious, like, yeah, it's causing damage. Those data centers are causing damage.
It's horrific, man. I mean, I just, reflect. Michael is back at our hometown, and he went down one of the strips that, growing up was just like a Walmart and like Lowe's. They got Walmart, Lowe's, Wawa, Popeyes. It's like the whole strip of 940 that had trees, and you try to picture it, you try to remember it, and it's hard. And it sucks. It really does. I was over there. I do work, and I was in Lake Ariel. Over there in Lake Ariel, I don't know if you're familiar. There's a bar over there called the AVI. Data, just solar panels, left, right by the water. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, this is crazy because it wasn't here last year, and it's insane how large these places are and how much they take up.
And they're expanding rapidly,
at an exponential rate that is frightening. It is frightening. So,
and with all this AI stuff, like they say here, there's people on the street. You got homeless people on the street that don't got no water, but you got gallons. How much? I can't even statistic. I know it was a really, really big number. That's all I'm gonna tell you is enough water to give homeless people for like 2-3 years.
Exactly. It's a terrible thing that's happening around here, man. We gotta put a stop to this. We gotta see what's going on because
facts. I think I reposted a post from Chris Surrounded from Surrounded and Static because he was complaining about it too, and we're gonna go down the one day to their next meeting. We're gonna complain because that's just something like I don't think any of the people living in Pennsylvania agree with that.
A majority of them don't. I remember Drew and I had talked about old Pennsylvania and preserving old Pennsylvania, but also making it new Pennsylvania. And I just think that this direction of the newer, more modern Pennsylvania is not what Pennsylvania is about. Pennsylvania is about nature, trees, hills, all four elements, all four seasons. And it's like seeing these things get taken away from us, it's going to affect the weather. It's going to affect the way that things are going to operate.
Like if we're going to try to, I don't know if the word would be gentrify, but like make the environment around us adapt to society standards, we should build that around the fact that we are a nature-based state.
Correct.
I love the fact that I work a tree job, and the whole summer I get to go up to these beautiful lakes where there's fog on, like ran across the water in the morning. It smells fresh. You could smell how fresh the air is up there, and it's just a different thing. Like, you don't want to get rid of that.
You definitely don't. Let's tap into tea time real quick because we're moving along here as far as time goes. So welcome to Tea Time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Here we go. Cheers, Ghosty.
Cheers.
Let's do it up. Blueberry is a flavor of the day.
I think I said it once, but shout out Arizona for being such a staple in the skateboard community.
I heard Arizona is a staple in the skateboarding community, and so is Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang?
The Wu-Tang.
Oh, 100%.
I have a friend who I work with, and he's brand ambassador for the skate shop here downtown, Bazaar.
Shout out Bazaar. They're another local venue right here. I need to get down there. They've been inviting me to shows.
They're doing great things, man. I want to do a live podcast there, hopefully one day soon. So this is Tea Time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Ghosty, there are questions inside this pot. I need you to just pick up one piece of paper and hand it over to me, and I'll read it aloud. Here we go. All right, that's the one. Yeah, I just fold them up. Thank you. We'll put this right here. And so the tea time question of the day. Ooh, I love this question because I'm so excited for this because I just wrote it the other day. If you could write, all right, so the tea time question of the day is, if you could write in a Microsoft Word font, what would it be?
A Microsoft Word font?
Yeah. Like if you could write in a font, what would it be? It doesn't have to be Microsoft.
The Gothic font.
The Gothic font. Okay.
But like the skinny one, not the bold one.
Are we talking, so we're not talking like not like how your name is spelt on shows, or is that what we're referring to? Because your name on like flyers have a certain calligraphy, something of the sort like that. Not exactly, but something of the sort.
This actually might be a goth font.
Okay.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this, but like less scratchy.
Oh my gosh. Imagine someone knew how to write like that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane. I think I think my Microsoft Word font that I'd like to achieve would probably be like, the punk rock one. It's like a bubbly, it's it's bubbly squared, and like an O is like the bottom half is like shaded in and the top half isn't.
This is a very niche conversation right now.
Isn't it a really cool question? I thought about it.
That was a cool question because I feel like with being in school, in the era that we were in school, we had to learn all that stuff. So like that was actually a very cool question.
Like Arial, there's Bebo, like there's some really unique fonts out here. Michael, what's your favorite font to go to? Definitely want to hear your 2 cents on if you.
I like Helvetica New. I always talk about Helvetica, remember?
Helvetica New.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, Helvetica New is like everywhere. It's the Adult Swim logo. It's all the train stations in New York, like the streets and shit. It's everywhere. It's Toyota. The Toyota is Helvetica. It's everything. But Comic Sans. It's like the comic looking one. That's the one everyone uses.
Comic Sans.
Yep, it's the OG one.
What Microsoft Word document font would you write in, guys? I really want to know in the comments. I think it's a really fun question. Glad I came up with it, man. So that was tea time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea, my friend. Cheers. We're going to continue on with this conversation. Blueberry's great.
I know, right?
Blueberry's great. So, we had just mentioned the Moon Tavern, and there was an experience that, that we had a vlog. We did a vlog. You and I, we did a vlog.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a food competition over there at the Moon Tavern. If you've never been to the Moon Tavern, let me just tell you, their food is phenomenal. It's all fresh. It's all like handmade right there in the kitchen, reasonably priced, and it's great,
Facts.
So if you just go in there to get a bite, go get a bite, try it out. Check it out. It's behind the hotel. What's the hotel's name?
Days Inn.
The Days Inn over there in Dixon City. Check out the Moon Tavern. Much love to them. But you did a food challenge there. You did I called it the Mondo Burger Challenge, but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what it's called there, but that challenge was crazy. I left there. I don't know how I didn't hurl. That was, what was it? 8 pounds, 5 pounds of burger.
I think so. I think it was 8 pounds total.
That's crazy.
So it was a 4 pound patty each. 4 pound patty.
And then I think what I did wrong
with 5 toppings.
I failed it, by the way, but not by much. I only had a pound left of burger on my plate.
Depends on who you ask. I think you were about like, you could have done better.
I could have done better. But that's where I'll get into that. The hot sauce, I put hot wings on it. A pound of hot wings, not a half pound. I could have put a half pound on there, but I put a full pound on there for some reason because I'm delusional. And I put their specialty sauce on it because I'm like, oh, specialty sauce? They're not going to like do the people just like super sideways with the specialty sauce and be like, oh man. Nah, they did. The specialty sauce is no joke. It's really hot. And then I had pierogies on it.
Yeah, that was when you said that. I was like, ooh, I'm like, that's a tough one. Fried pierogies. And I think it was like 4 or 5 of them at least on there.
Yeah, it was 5 pierogies on there.
And, that's just like very heavy in dough.
That's a meal right there. That's and it's stomach filling.
Extremely stomach filling, man.
I should have just picked like another tomato.
Yeah. Well, you had bacon, which I think it was a half pound of bacon, a full basket of fries, a shear, like half a shear of a pickle.
That pickle was huge.
It is.
Dude, it was like this big.
Yeah. It was a pretty decent sized pickle. And then I know I was trying to like not say it like that, but you're the one who did this, by the way, not me. But as I was saying, you also, what else did you add on there? So we had bacon, we had pierogies, we had tomato, we had chicken wings. What was the 5th one? Onion rings?
Onion rings, yeah, onion rings.
And you, attempted this challenge. You did not complete the challenge. You have, what was it, 45 minutes to finish it?
Yeah, 45.
45 minutes. No, I think it was 30. I think it was 30.
30 minutes.
30 minutes to finish it. And they're definitely asking a lot. People have done it. And when you finish the burger, you get to name your burger on the wall. But you plan on attempting it again?
I will attempt that burger again. I will conquer that burger.
How are you preparing for that?
Being really fat.
Yeah.
The other night, my girlfriend wasn't feeling too well, so I just went to Weiss Market.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up stuff to make cheesecake. Made it, bro. We sat there and ate that whole cheesecake to our face. Like,
you made a cheesecake from scratch?
No, Sally. I was gonna. I didn't have the money. I didn't have money at the time to go grab. So I was gonna grab like a nice one with like cottage cheese and cream cheese and make it like a high protein one. Cottage cheese is a staple in the bodybuilding community, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You could make cheesecake with like 40 grams of protein in it. It's nuts.
Dude, you're also going to try a pizza challenge. This foodie competition, where did that come from? Why are you so into it?
Well, it all started with bodybuilding, actually. Mm-hmm. It was back in the summer of like 2023. I was just trying to get as big as possible. I made it up to 190. This is before my homie died, which that event is what made me shoot back down towards like the 160 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just like see bodybuilders like Rich Piana eating 10,000 calories in a day because he's a math monster. He's just like, eat more. You want to get big? Eat more. Lift heavier. And that was my mindset. And I ended up I'd force myself to be, I'm trying to eat 10,000 calories today. My dad's like, you're nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I am. A little bit. So now it's like funny because it's like when I go into a restaurant, I really just go in there looking for the biggest thing on the menu because I'm trying to get big.
Yeah.
So I started getting curious. I'm like, man, I wish I could eat 100 hot wings at once. Mm-hmm. What's the catering price for 100 hot wings? Give me that. And then I was like, these places need more challenges because it was V-Spot had posted something about, it was like on their wall. They had posted that they had a hot wing challenge and that these were the winners and their faces would pop up on the wall. And I'm like, I want my face up there.
Yeah.
And I said, I could eat a whole bunch of hot wings. They don't do it anymore.
They don't. Yeah.
And then that's when Moon Tavern was like, hey, we got a burger challenge. And then I'm like, yo, hell yeah. We did that burger challenge. I'm like, yo, there's more of these. I seen that pizza.
Yeah.
And I started seeing a bunch more.
Well, the pizza one, it requires 2 people, correct?
It does.
Who's your second person?
I've been looking for somebody. I've been creating a list of people. There's a whole list of people that I've been like
recruiting, scouting. Yeah.
Who is the one that will be able to eat the most pizza? And that's a tough question because it's like, you wouldn't expect it because there's somebody like me. Like, I got a 6-pack. I'm a rip body, but you wouldn't be expecting me to eat an 8-pound burger to my face.
Yeah.
But I know some people that are 300 pounds that like look like, yo, this person could eat a cheeseburger and they're full.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hear you.
So it's like, I got to be real picky. I got to see like, I'm probably going to find another meathead homie, honestly, because they're like me. You eat 5,000 calories.
I don't know if I could count on Michael in that competition, but I think Michael's a big pizza guy, but I don't think I could count on him on that one.
10-pound pizza, no?
I'm not going to lie, bro. I think I would throw my name in a hat, respectfully, okay? Your boy can eat, I was a big boy. My every birthday, my tradition was to go to the Chinese buffet.
Oh.
And I would just load up on Chinese food, and that was
that Royal the other day.
That was my go-to type of thing, So I don't know. I think I'd be willing to try it maybe one of these days, So if you absolutely just the scouting doesn't work out, you need a dog, I'll be the dog. Let me talk to Mary before we get started. And then we're in it to win it, brother. I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you.
We can eat that pizza.
That'd be a lot of fun. Listen, I know you had a couple questions you wanted to ask me, and like we're starting to run out of time here because we have time, but I just want to make sure if you had some questions for me, feel free to just shoot them off because I just want to make sure that you get that in.
I was trying to come up with a weird random odd pocket question.
Okay.
But I couldn't. So then I was just going to start asking you about snowboarding.
Okay.
I personally, I'm big into skating. I know a lot about skating.
Big skate guy. Yep.
Yep. But I don't know a lot about snowboarding. But I see videos of snowboarding all the time. I love it. As somebody trying to get into snowboarding, what is a good direction to look into? Like, who's some snowboarders I should look into and like
for inspiration or to learn how to train and do it?
Inspiration, I would say.
Inspiration, I'd say go to any of the Olympians and go check them out and go check out the freestyle park guys. Those guys are absolutely insane. Now, there's two things about snowboarding is what type of rider do you want to be? Do you want to be a shredder or do you want to be a park guy? Okay. So
now what's the difference between those?
I'm a down mountain guy. I just want to get down the mountain at like top speed and be able to carve and do everything like that, right?
Yeah, hill bomber.
Exactly. Correct. Park guys, they'll still get down the mountain, but they're going to hit every side hit, every little jump, every little 180.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. So it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a park guy or do you want to be a down mountain guy? However, I think it's important to be a down mountain guy.
A mix of both.
Before you go to the park. Because like, it's cool if you could do like, a rail grind or, a box slide. I can't do it, me personally. But it's just something that I've never been too attracted to wanting to do. But you can do all that. But if we go up to the top and we're about to go down a black diamond and you can't keep up or I got to keep waiting for you, I'm not impressed. I'm like, oh, well, cool. At least you could do the rail jam, bro. But that's just my input on that snowboarding aspect of it. Definitely try it first. There are deals where you go rent stuff at a very reasonable cost. I will say that the mountain nearby Scranton, within Scranton, is my least favorite mountain. I call it Ice Mountain. It is a tough mountain to work on, but
I heard through a close friend of mine that they slipped and like they broke their collarbone.
Dude, like my wrist is still jammed up from like a fall that I took over there. I've gone off the lift on a sheet of ice, you know what I mean? And just tapped my knee on the ground and it was over. My day was over. I was like, yep, no, we're done. We're out of here. We're out of here.
Yeah, I feel that's like, I'm not as like...
It's horrendous. I can't
resilient as I used to be, man.
Dude.
Like I'd be like trying to do a board slide now on just like a board slide to fakie and my board will like, board will slide up, smack me in the kneecap. I'm like, nope, I'm done for today. Nope.
Yep.
I don't understand how I used to be so crazy on a skateboard. Now I'm like, I'm feeling my my like skate sensei Tony. He used to be like a legend at our skate park, but he always used to be like, "Oh man, I'm old." He was only like 23 at the time. I totally understand now, man.
Yeah, it gets like that, man. So snowboarding is one heck of a activity. I recommend everyone try it. Definitely don't go up there with a friend who's gonna tell you to just get on the lift and do it.
Yeah, dude, bomb it, man.
No, yeah, that's how. I feel terrible hearing those stories because that's exactly how people don't like it. They're like, F this, I'm not doing this. It hurts. It's going to hurt, but I'd rather fall on a bunny slope than to fall at the top of the mountain for sure. So any other questions?
Yeah, I was thinking about the podcast itself. Like what inspired you to make the podcast? And also what has been some of your favorite podcast episodes so far and why?
So the podcast in itself has been an ongoing thing that I've been doing for years now. And I've gone through three rebrands in my journey of podcasting. Okay, started off as a Snapchat rant, then started off growing into a podcast. Then I ended up moving from where I was living in Mount Pocono to Scranton. I paid out my buddy for the equipment, took it with me, and decided to rebrand. Okay. My previous podcast was called the Shutdown Podcast. It was pretty prominent on shutting something down. So like it wasn't like resourceful at all. It was just homies getting together, talking crap, and at the end of a conversation, we shut something down. And it could be an inanimate object or it could be, a mosh pit. Like, I'd be like, oh, mosh pits are completely like, what are they doing?
Man.
Yeah. It's like you try to shut it down. So it was always kind of like a negative premise, and you could offend people, you could offend groups, you could offend something, And so I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like I want to build a platform for people. And, so then going through the way I got my name, I was like listening to some song. It's called Hit by Kenny Mason. There's a prologue and the guy goes, oh, so you're the middleman. And I wrote it down and so middleman. And then like just through the growth and knowing what I wanted to do, I had figured, I tell everyone this, the way I look at my platform is I'm in the middle from this conversation that you and I are having right now and the rest of the world being able to see it on the internet. If we don't put it up, if we don't record it, if we don't edit it, It doesn't go anywhere. It stays right
Facts.
there. Okay.
I feel that. And I've had so many good conversations that
they dissipate. They're never captured. They're never gone. They're never out, you know? So the middleman, favorite episodes, definitely William Snakespeare. He's always an entertaining episode. He always brings a group of animals with him.
I've seen some
and we're
of those.
experimenting, having some fun with that. We had an episode with Mr. Bill Dixon. He's a magician. He had my mind baffled. It was a lot of fun. So if you know any other magicians, that'd be a lot of fun. Who else? We had the Ghost Hunters. This was way before I even had camera. And that was cool because after the podcast, we actually went on a ghost hunt a few months later and I got to experience that. That's on YouTube. I love doing this, man. And, I get my flowers in a different form from my guests who come on the show. You know, it's like, I'm not making money. Cool. That's fine. Right. Yeah. But they know Michael, they know me, they know Colo, they know Nezzo, and they know that since we've worked off all each other, like we're all cool. And it's cool because like someone will be like, hey, I wanted to give you this shirt, you know, because you did that for me. Or, hey, I wanted to give you this hat or whatever the case may be.
That's like a big thing in the scene. Like a lot of the band merch I own, like I barely bought most of it. Most of the people are just like, hey dude, you're like really cool. Thank you for like throwing down for our band. Like here's like a hat or a t-shirt.
Exactly. And that's and
they scratched $20 off this. Still buy my t-shirt. Shout out my homie though if he watches this.
So yeah, man, that's those are some of my favorite episodes. And Michael and I were just talking about this before you came over. I was like, we should get like a Michael Jackson impersonator on the show.
Yeah,
I think that'd be so funny, bro. There's one in Allentown apparently. One review, 5 stars.
I just seen a video where they hired a Michael Jackson impersonator to come through. And then hired another one to come through and knock on the door. And then they dance battled each other. That seems like such a good idea. I mean, somebody already did it.
I'd seen someone
we can't do it here.
I seen someone do a Michael Jackson impersonator and Donald Trump impersonator.
Ooh.
That was hilarious.
We got to start putting impersonators up against each other.
Yeah. Like those YouTube rap battles. Remember those?
Yo.
Yeah, it'd be like Zeus versus,
Master
whoever.
Chief.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Those are great.
Facts. Those are the days like Nyan Cat, YouTube first popping up. Yo, that's something that our generation got to experience it like nobody else. Like,
agreed.
We seen the internet happen.
Yeah.
Everything that, I mean, it isn't the best result nowadays, but back then it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I hear you. So, anything else before we wrap up here? No problem. All right. Listen, man, I think you're one heck of a guy. I love that you support the scene. I love that you're vocal about how you feel about things. And you're just always everywhere and anywhere. Like you said, bro, you came from Carbondale. You're here. People know you. You're recognizable. They love you. And you're doing it, bro. You're a bodybuilder. You're mosh pit sensation. You're making music and you're skateboarding. And when you want to snowboard, you let me know. We'll get to it. But yeah, go see. We got a food challenge on the way. We got that vlog from the past. You guys should really check it out. But if there's anything that you want to say to the people watching at home before we sign off on the air, that's your camera. You can tell them straight to their face.
Most definitely. What was it? Always try to be yourself. Don't try to impress nobody. You don't need to prove nothing to nobody except for yourself. The only people you got to prove something to yourself is your 8-year-old self and your 80-year-old self. With little 8-year-old, you be impressed by what you're doing, and as 80-year-old, you're going to be regretting what you're doing. Also, try to put smiles on people's faces. Even if they're being mean, man, you never know what somebody's going through. People be having rough days. Spread the love. Spread the community. You see somebody on the ground, pick them up. See somebody thirsty, give them some water. For real. That's how love is spread, man. Me and bro was eating 50-cent cakes in the gas station. We here now. Like, spread the love. This is where you get for spreading love.
Yes, sir, man. You got a lot of love to give. The people love you, man. And I appreciate you for taking the time out to come visit me on the Middleman Podcast, man. You've been here before. You've been here for episode 150. We did a vlog together, but now it's official. You're going to put your name on that sign right up there. And we're going to be signing off of episode 159 of the Middleman Podcast. For I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.